Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read S3 3086 Inspector Hopper by Doug Cushman. Summary of the story is this. Inspector Hopper and his perpetually hungry assistant Macbeth solve 3 mysteries for their insect friends. Ladybug is missing. Ring. Hello, this is Inspector Hopper. Private Bug speaking. I need your help, said Mr. Ladybug. Mrs. Ladybug is missing. I called out, Ladybug, fly away home. But she did not come home. I'm worried. We will be right over, said Inspector Hopper. We have a case. Macbeth, said Inspector Hopper. I haven't had my lunch, said Macbeth. No time, said Inspector Hopper. Let's go. Inspector Hopper and Macbeth arrived at the Ladybug house. What is this? Said Inspector Hopper. I don't know, said Mr. Ladybug. Mrs. Ladybug was sitting here, eating her lunch. Suddenly, she was gone. Only this blue mess was left. This is a real mystery, said Inspector Hopper, but we will find her. What do we do now? Asked Macbeth. We will ask around, said Inspector Hopper. Maybe someone had seen Mrs. Ladybug. Good idea, said Macbeth. But let's eat first. We will eat later, said Inspector Hopper. They came to an apple. Hello, called Inspector Hopper. Is anybody home? A worm popped out. Please be quiet, she said. I just put my baby to sleep. But we are looking for Mrs. Ladybug, said Inspector Hopper. I have not seen her, said the worm. I have been home all day. Thank you anyway, said Inspector Hopper. Inspector Hopper hopped through the tall grass. Macbeth followed behind. I'm really hungry, said Macbeth. We will eat soon, said Inspector Hopper. They saw a rat eating a seed. Excuse me, said Inspector Hopper. Looking for Mrs. Ladybug. Have you seen her? Do you think I have time to look for bugs? Said the rat. Go away and leave me alone. What a grumpy rat, said Inspector Hopper. That seed looked yummy, said Macbeth. Inspector Hopper hopped through the tall grass. Macbeth followed behind. I'm really hungry, he said. Okay, said Inspector Hopper. We can stop over there in those blueberry bushes, but please hurry. Macbeth found the big blueberry. Yum, he said. This is very good. Now look at you, said Inspector Hopper. You're a blue mess. He looked again. It looks just like the mess at Mr. Ladybug's house, he said. I wonder. Just then they heard a tiny voice. Help! It cried. Over there, said Inspector Hopper. She was Mrs. Ladybug. I came here to get more blueberries, she said. I ate too much and rolled over on my back. I could not get up again. Inspector Hopper and Mr. Macbeth helped Mrs. Ladybug roll over. Now fly away home, said Inspector Hopper. Thank you, said Mrs. Ladybug. Another case closed, said Inspector Hopper. Yum, said Macbeth. The bird disappeared. Skid walked into the office of Inspector Hopper. My bird disappeared, he said. This is a mystery, said Inspector Hopper. Tell us what happened. I sailed my boat this morning, said Skid. Then I went to lunch. When I came back after lunch, my boat was gone. What does your boat look like? Asked Inspector Hopper. Here is a picture, said Skid. It looks like a leaf, said Macbeth. Is it a leaf? Said Skid. But it's a good boat. We will take your case, said Inspector Hopper. Show us where your boat was the last time you saw it. Let's go back and forth. They all went to the lake. Here is where my boat was, said Skid. Said Inspector Hopper. I don't see any footprints, but wait, what is this? It looks like a piece of my boat, said Skid. Here's another piece, said Inspector Hopper. Let's follow this trail. They follow the trail of both pieces. The trail went past the water spout. Hello, Inchy Winchy, said Inspector Hopper. We're looking for a missing boat. What does it look like? Asked Inchy Winchy. Here the picture says, Skid. It looks like a leaf, said Inchy Winchy. It's a leaf, said Skid. But it's a good boat. I have not seen your boat, said Inchy Winchy. I'm trying to get back up this water spout. The rain washed me out. Thank you anyway, said Inspector Hopper. Inspector Hopper, Macbeth, and Skid followed the trail. Hello, silly, said Inspector Hopper. We're looking for a missing boat. Here's a picture of it. It looks like a leaf, said Silly. It's a leaf, said Skid, but it's a good boat. I haven't seen it, said Sally. I've been jogging all morning. I've already jogged 3 feet. Thank you anyway, said Inspector Hopper. Inspector Hopper, Macbeth, and Skid followed the trail. Hello, Conrad, said Inspector Hopper. We are looking for a missing boat. Here's a picture of it. I can't see it. Told you, said Conrad. Hooray, said Skid. What is it? I ate it, said Conrad. What? Said Skid. You ate my boat? Yes, said Conrad. It looked like a leaf, so I ate it. I did not know it was your boat. Well, what will I do now? Asked Skid. Inspector Hopper looked around. There are many leaves here, he said. Perhaps Conrad can help you pick out a new boat. I would be happy to help, said Conrad. Thank you, said Skid. Maybe you can pick out a food for us. That isn't so yummy. That's a good idea, said Conrad. Another mystery solved, said Inspector Hopper. I wonder what a boat tastes like, asked Miss Macbeth. Let's go home, said Inspector Hopper. A new detective was nigh Inspector Hopper and Inspector. It was night. Inspector Hopper and Mr. Macbeth were walking home. Said, I think someone is following us, I think, said Mr. Macbeth. It's only our shadow, said Inspector Hopper. Now someone is above us, said Mr. Macbeth. You're right, said Inspector Hopper. I see the light. Let's hide behind the shoe. Is it still there? Asked Mr. Macbeth. Yes, said Inspector Hopper. I still see this still light. Maybe we can sneak away, said Macbeth. Good idea, said. They crawled slowly from behind the shoe. It's still following us. It's still following us, said Mr. Macbeth. Inspector Hopper looked up. It's the moon, he said. The moon is following us. I wonder why. Maybe it wants to be a detective, said Mr. Macbeth. Of course, said Inspector Hopper. Everyone wants to be a detective. It's a good job. He called up to the room. If you want to be a detective, you must learn to follow more people carefully. A cloud passed in front of the moon. That's much better, said Inspector Hopper. You're learning fast. We cannot see you now. You will soon be a great detective just like us. Suddenly there was a loud crash. What was that? Asked MacBob. It's too dark to see, said the inspector. The clouds passed by. The moon came out. Look, said MacBob. A girl is sitting on a tree. A rat is stealing some seeds. Stop, cried Inspector Hopper. You're under arrest. Drat, said the rat. He ran away. Stop, cried Inspector Hopper. The rat ran into an alley. Which way did he go? Asked MacBob. Another cloud passed in front of the moon. Then they heard a thumping sound. Help, a voice called out. Who said that? Asked MacBob. I can't see, said Inspector Hopper. It's too dark. The cloud passed by. The cloud soon came out. Look, said Mr. MacBob. He could not see it in the dark. The moon cut the rat, said Inspector Hopper. It's a very good detective officer, and took the rat away. Let's go home, said Mr. MacBob. Being a detective makes me hungry. Everything makes you hungry, said Inspector Hopper. And the 2 decades walked home, while the new detective followed them in the sky. The end.